Qatar's foreign minister has told Al Jazeera he has reservations about the statements on Iran that were issued by the summits in Mecca last week. The Qatari Prime Minister attended the events despite the ongoing embargo on Qatar by several of its Gulf neighbours. It was the highest level contact between the two sides since the crisis began 2 years ago.
We had reservations about many parts of the statement. These elements include, first, the issue of only condemning Iran and the escalation against it in the absence of any moderate policy to engage in dialogue with Iran or to solve the challenges which could exist in the relationship between the Gulf states and Iran or between the Arab states and Iran. On another side, we have the adoption of the American policy towards Iran. We respect the American policy towards Iran, but it is different from our policy. The statement also mentioned the United Gulf. Where is the United Gulf when we have 3 Gulf states blockading another Gulf state? Where is the United Gulf? Are we deceiving our people with such statements?
Well, the Foreign Minister Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani also said no progress had been made at the Mecca summit with regard to the Gulf crisis, despite the efforts of the Emir of Kuwait. He added that a statement by the Organisation of Islamic Cooperation had planned to drop any mention of the Palestinian issue until the Palestinian delegation objected. And the minister condemned attacks on civilians in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, but called on international support to end the war in Yemen, where a Saudi-UAE coalition is fighting Houthi rebels.
Qatar condemns any attack that targets civilians or civilian infrastructure, regardless if such attack is directed towards Saudi Arabia, the UAE, or any other state. We also condemn any attack that targets civilians in Yemen. Saudi is part of a war, and such attacks are expected. We hope that such war end, and we hope for an end of the humanitarian catastrophe in Yemen. We also hope that all Yemenis will go back to the negotiation table. However, engaging in a war has unfortunate cost. We hope that the Saudi-UAE coalition would take the decision to end this war and to give the Yemenis the opportunity to overcome their differences and to enter into serious talks to put an end to this crisis.